button here. And we can start the show. Hey everyone, I'm Jeff from inthirdperson.com, a personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. And it is a special Tetris weekend. We've got the 5th Maximus Cup happening right now. And no money this time, but we've got a brand new theme. It's the Splatoon 2 theme, which is a little bit of a departure from what I thought it'd be. So right now, if you're playing this weekend, you automatically get access to this skin, but you're gonna have to get 100 points to permanently unlock it. So 100 points isn't that much. A couple plays, you should be able to get that, no problem. I unlocked it last night, so I've got it forever and ever. And we should go play some Tetris. Hope you guys are doing well. Awesome, the cool. Good morning. Welcome back. I hope all is well with you. How you been? What you been up to since the last time we spoke? Let me just get adjusted here into proper Tetris sitting position, I guess. And while I wait for your reply, we can talk a little bit about this theme. Of course, based on the Splatoon franchise, I've got both games here with me. Because I'm a fan. I think that in the dark Wii U era, Splatoon definitely one of the bright spots of that console, which didn't have that many, well, at least from a sales perspective, it did not do very well. I will say though, this might be a hot take, I like the Wii U more than the Wii. The Wii, wildly successful, one of the best-selling systems of all time. And I couldn't get into it. I didn't like the motion controls. The emphasis on more casual games is just not for me. And so going back to the Wii U was almost like a return to more traditional games. And I really like that about the Wii U. And its lineup was kind of short, but it had some great games on there. And I see you replied, I'm good, haven't been doing much since the last time, but going to sleep over in a tent in a few hours. Awesome! Camping's fun. I don't go camping that often, but I do enjoy the experience. Although maybe I'm reading a little too much into your message. Just because you are sleeping in a tent doesn't mean you're going camping. You could be sleeping in a tent in your backyard for all I know. Yeah, set the scene. Where is this tent? What is the context? Are you in the backyard? Are you out going camping in a remote location? Family, friends, significant other, romantic thing maybe. Oh, we got a T-spin set up there. Yeah, let's go for it. Because whatever. There we go. Hey, Frisco! Welcome back! It's kinda on a beach. Awesome! That sounds dope. I hope you have a lot of fun. Awesome and cool with that. I'm guessing it's summertime for you as well on your side of the world. And yeah, beaches. I guess now's the time to go to the beach. For sure. I have not gone to the beach in a minute. I think I did go swimming recently though. Last weekend I went swimming. I have access to a outdoor pool in my area, and so my wife and I finally took advantage of it, and it was great. But Frisco asks, how am I doing? I'm doing well. We've got the Splatoon 2 theme going in Tetris. Hanging out with you two. Hanging out with you guys, so everything is okay. It's been a busy week. I've been up to a bunch of different stuff. Work's been really busy as well. Thank you. It's quite nice weather in Norway this year, which is quite rare. Ah, nice. Yeah, Yeah, the weather right now in well, I can't speak for all of Canada, because Canada stretches pretty far north. and in certain spots, it might still be snowing. Uh-oh, we're... Oh, wait, hold on. Ah, darn it. 25th, that's not a good showing. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, here it's been pretty hot these last few days. We're in the high 20s, approaching the low 30s, and it's great. I love summer weather. I wish I could live in a place that was summer all the time, because it's winter here for way too long. And I mean, I'm born and raised in Canada, but like biologically, I'm not built for this weather. I always say. I am of Filipino descent, and I think there's somewhere in my DNA that is just used to hot weather. It's in Belgium, it's been raining and storming. It doesn't seem like summer here. Oh, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. But hopefully it clears up for you. I will lend you some sun if it comes down to it. So awesome and cool. Do you go camping a lot? And I'll throw that question out to you as well, Frisco. Do you guys do a lot of outdoor camping? And I don't know if the custom in your country is to roast marshmallows by the fire or anything like that. Like, set the scene. When you go camping, like, what are you up to? What are you cooking on? What are you cooking? My mom is ridiculous when we go camping. My mom cooks amazing food. And, like, when she goes camping, like, there's no drop-off in the quality or the production value of her food. She's cooking the same stuff she would cook at home, except out in the wilderness with the stove, with the portable stove going. It's insane how much effort she puts in. Because most people just kind of simplify it, right? Like, okay, let's just cook something simple, nice and easy. Like, my mom's like, nah, I want to eat this fancy thing, and we're gonna eat this fancy thing. Ah, there we go. Okay, I don't think that teaspoon was worth it, and we're dead. This is the danger of the teaspoon. At least we got a flat 200 points. Sometimes you spend too much time trying to build to it, to the detriment of the overall board. Frisco, it has a good side as well, the bad weather, because now my parents can't say I need to get off my PS4 and play outside. Yeah, I don't know if my parents... I never really got the, hey, you should stop playing video games and go outside thing. I think it's because I played a lot outside growing up. And yeah, because I loved playing baseball, I loved playing basketball. I had a park, growing up, there was a park directly behind my house. And my parents could see from the backyard where I was. So, I was just out there a lot playing. And then it was video games, like, in the morning or in the evening. But, like, summertime, I was out of the house all the time. But maybe it'd be different. Like, growing up in today's times, I also didn't have smartphones and social media. Like, the most fun you could have was to go outside and play. Yeah, I don't know if I would be more, like, more of a homebody if I had grown up with more technology and more online. I don't know, the video game part's always been... There's always been video games in my life. It's just I guess the online and being able to access the internet all the time. I think I spend way too much time on my phone. Oh my goodness. I'm on it a lot, messaging people. Any moment of downtime, like my wife and I are at the mall, and if she's like clothes shopping or something, I don't need to be like fully engaged in that moment. I'm on the phone, I'm messaging people, I'm posting stuff, editing videos for the like the in third person Instagram and what have you. Normally I always go to a camping for 2 weeks in France. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Having just come back from France, the France countryside is gorgeous. And Frisco, have you been into Paris, into the city? I didn't get, when I was out in Paris, I didn't get to go and, like, visit the countryside. We were in the city the whole time. Can we get a T-spin setup out of this somehow? No. Alright. I'm gonna stop worrying about T-spins in the immediate term, and let's just kind of keep the board in control here. I feel like it's slipping away from me here a bit. No, never. Oh, you okay. I enjoyed it. I think Paris is a very cool city. Had a great time. I did almost get robbed, though. I'll tell that story again. I shared it on the Paris-London recap, but as a fair warning for... I've actually never gone to the busy city side of France. Okay. I actually found it surprisingly not busy. At least relative to England and Toronto, and especially like New York. New York is just go, go, go. Everybody's on a schedule. Everything's moving fast. Paris seemed a lot more laid back, despite being like a huge metropolitan city. And just the vibe I got from the people just seemed way more chill. I appreciated that. Okay. We can kind of create a T-spin here with the other block. Again, not sure if I might be doing this to my detriment. Here we go. I always go to the southern part where it's a bit warmer. Ah, okay. So yeah, what's your routine when you go camping? Like, what are you doing? What activities? Ah, actually, I got a story. The last time I went camping with my high school friends. Now, it's been a long time since I've been in high school. And my high school friends, almost every year, get together to go camping. And I'd never been with them all this time. It was always something. It was usually work. Like, I worked part-time at a pharmacy, and camping's always on weekend. Well, usually on weekends, and I couldn't get those days off because those were the primary days where I worked. And we are not having a good day at the office here in Tetris. Ugh. Ugh. And then just life stuff came up. And finally last year we were able to go. And we timed it out so that we were in the middle of the woods during a meteor shower. It was a meteor shower that weekend, and it was beautiful. It was just really cool. We were hanging out on the beach, like at midnight, with blankets and just lying down on picnic tables and watching just meteors shoot across the sky, and we saw dozens of them. It was incredible. So highly recommend trying to time it out with the meteor shower, especially because you're out in the wilderness, no lights that are kind of taking away from the view. I don't know yet, honestly, but a lot of my friends will be there, and I'll bring my Switch if I get bored. Great! Definitely have the Switch. I mean, if you get bored, but don't feel pressured to pull that thing out. If the party's popping without the Switch, don't bother. Just leave it in the bag. You've got lots of time to play those games, and not as many times to go and hang out with your friends like that. Oh man, I'm gonna go into old man rant here. I think, yeah, being able to hang out with your friends in a situation like that just doesn't happen all the time, and when you become an adult, it becomes way harder to see your friends. Like for me, I live in the same city as a bunch of my friends growing up, and I see them like 3 times a year. It's like we get together at Christmas, we get together like for a random birthday or two, and at that point, like, that's about it. It's like people just get busy, everyone's lives take them in different spots, and you don't really think about that when you're in high school or when you're in school. It's just like, oh man, this is fun and I'm just gonna enjoy, have a great time. But at a certain point, odds are everyone's probably gonna move on. I mean, you can still keep in touch with social media and all that, but like actually spending the time to see everyone together like that doesn't happen. It like gets harder to do as you get older. So appreciate these moments while you can. Haha, you're totally right. I'll have to have fun the hard way. It's not hard. It's not hard. There are absolutely fun things you can do in nature. If you bring, like, wake up, go to camping store and buy breakfast, take a shower, go to the pool, river, or sea, go eat lunch, go swimming again, come back and eat dinner, take another shower, go to the village. Alright, so swimming is great. Of course, take advantage of whatever water you get and stay nice and cool. What are you eating? Like, what are you cooking on the campsite? Like, my mom, when I went camping with her, it was like a lot of Filipino food. Like, and that stuff requires like a stove, and you have to bring a bunch of ingredients, and like, that's what she wanted to eat, so that's what she made. It was like gourmet level stuff. But most of the time, people are just cooking simple things like, just throw some chicken. I don't know. I remember the last time we went camping, my friend Casey, shoutouts to Casey, he made noodles. We boiled them in a, how do we boil them? Boiled them in like a coffee, I don't know the terminology for coffee at all. A coffee pot. It was pretty good. I love s'mores. That's the... Not sure if you have s'mores in your country. The act of getting like the 2 crackers with the piece of chocolate and the marshmallow in the middle. You kind of roast that and then eat it. I think it's graham crackers, not just like regular salted crackers. That'd be weird. Oh, come on, get over there. Alright. Stinks, I was having a much better run yesterday at Tetris 99. I swear, I played 5 games to unlock this skin. I finished top 10 in all of them, and I won the last one. And today, we haven't had it at all. Spaghetti, rice, French fries. Sometimes we get fast food from the camping restaurant. Yeah, no shame in that. I actually get made fun of a lot by my wife. Because growing up, we used to camp at this resort. And on site, they had a pizza place. And they actually delivered pizza to your campsite. And there was a couple of nights where we went camping as a family, and we actually ordered pizza. And my wife is used to, like, her family would go camping deep in the woods for, like, a week at a time, no sort of amenities, and I was camping with pizza, delivered pizza. And so, she would tease me for that a lot. But yeah, I think I'll have to eat and then pack up my stuff, so I'm going to tune out. Hope you have a nice stream and rest of your day. Thank you so much, Awesome and Cool, for dropping by. Have a lot of fun camping and going out to the beach with your friends this evening. Enjoy, and tell me all about it next time you come back. What do you need to get the skin? So if you are playing right now, it's unlocked. Like, it'll default to this skin. Otherwise, if you want to unlock it permanently, you'll have to earn 100 points in the Maximus Cup. So each time you play around, you will get points, and you just need 100. 100's not a lot. You get 50 points if you get first place, 20 points if you get in the top 10, and it just kind of goes down from there. As far as I know, there's no money on the line this time. It's just points. Will do. Bye. Yep, take care, Awesome the Cool. There we go. Ooh, we got another T-spin. Ah, no, I blew it. Got too fast. Man, I love this song. This specific theme right here, just that Splatoon 2 last minute song. It's an interesting music choices in this Tetris 99 skin. I think they got the first theme bang on, the top 50 theme. Like, that's exactly the song. That's the Splatoon song. And this is the song you play for top 10. For sure. The song in the middle, kind of a weird choice, but I'm okay with it. It's a good piece. It's just not one that I'm as familiar with as some of the other pieces of music in Splatoon. But yeah, aesthetically, Splatoon, one of my favorite games. It's got such great style. I think in particular, like, just this idea of, like, fashionable squid kids with all these different outfits, and one of the coolest things about the game, there's so much cool about Splatoon. One of those things being the music. Like, it's just this, like, rockin', like, J-rock, weird anime with the gibberish. Like, this sound, and sort of, like, aquatic sort of touches as well. Like, this soundtrack doesn't work for any other game than Splatoon. And I think that's so amazing about it. Oh no! This idea, like... Because I don't really think about, like... in those terms, like, music's music, and a lot of games have, like, kind of that classical orchestra score or video gamey 8-bit sound, but like this sound, it just fits perfectly with this game, and you can't, it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense to put this soundtrack in any other game, and we are top 2. All right, let's try and close this out. Let's get that W. Lend me your power, Frisco. There we go. Woo! Also realizing I do not have a glass of water here. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be back. I'm gonna go get a glass of water, and then we will continue the stream, alright? Like 2 seconds, I promise. Uh-oh. Why is this not working? Oh, that's why. Alright. Oh, thank you. I was just saying, I've got the Splatoon shirt on. In celebration of this theme. I'm stepping on my headphone cable right now. This is a Uniqlo shirt. I don't know if they still have them in stock. I got it like a year or so ago. And so yeah, besides that, I was just saying, how have you been, Frisco? How's your summer going? I know you said you were starting up boxing again, which is great. How's that going? If you have started. Bum, bum, bum. No, I don't want to do that. Burn it. So yeah, this theme right here, this is the Splatoon song. If you're making a Splatoon theme, you start with this. Nope, that's not gonna go. Good. I already lost 5 kilograms. Dude, that's a lot of weight. Good job. Congrats. I could benefit from losing a few kilograms as well. But yeah, I've been having some issues with my legs in particular. I suffer from having extremely flat feet, and because of that, just my walking technique is completely off, which then strains my calves all the time. Which means, like, as soon as I start to do any sort of cardio, I'm already gassed and my legs are cramping up. Because technically, my bad walking form means that I'm exercising my legs every step I take. And so my calves are jacked. Oh man, I have, like, huge calves. But that's because I'm literally working them out every time I walk. But it makes it really hard to do, like, a jog or a run or anything to, like, get my body moving, because my legs immediately cramp up from just my entire life of working out my legs. Yeah, 5 kilograms in less than a month. That's awesome. Keep it up, man. And so I need to find another form of exercise. Like, I've been thinking about, like, yoga and stuff like that, where I'm not putting that particular type of strain on my body, but still getting that exercise in. But yeah, I used to be a very skinny dude, and I am not so skinny anymore. And I think the dieting thing's another thing. I eat a lot of junk food. I've always eaten a lot of junk food. I am someone who enjoys the spoils of junk food. Potato chips are probably my big vice, but I like chocolate, I like candy. I like food to taste delicious. What can I say? But it's bad. I used to have a very high metabolism, and my body could just work it. It worked itself off. And now that I'm not as active because of said leg reasons, and just also getting older, I don't burn off the calories like I used to. This is the song where I was like, huh, that's an interesting choice for that middle theme. I wouldn't have necessarily gone with this one, but it is a good theme. Frisco, do you have any experience with the Splatoon series? I saw a couple of months ago Nintendo in Japan actually did a concert, a live concert, just performing the Splatoon music. And I meant to watch the whole thing. I think it's like an hour long. And it looked cool. Like, just having, like, a live band perform this music and do the weird voice box stuff. I should write a post about this soundtrack. This soundtrack is so good. There we go. Committing to a T-spin right there. Although now we've put ourselves in a bit of a predicament here. There we go. I guess my only thing, I wish there was more Splatoon music in here. Like, I feel like that first song should always be the first song. That last song should always be the last song. It's the middle song. I wish it had, like, different Splatoon themes in there. But other than that, I like this theme. It took me a little bit to get used to the shading on the blocks. But I do like this theme, and I like the music. I like having the different variety of skins. Oh, there's actually Tetris 99 news we should be talking about as well. And I don't have all the details in front of me, but certain parts of the world are getting physical versions of Tetris 99, and I believe it's going to be Tetris 99 with the Big Block DLC. So I'm curious. There have been, like, it's been a thing with the Switch where a lot of digital games have gotten limited run physical versions as well. And, I mean, there's no real need for me to double dip because I have the game already, and I have bought that DLC as well. But I love the idea of just having that physical game on the shelf. And I almost bought the limited run games version of Celeste for that reason, because that game is one of my favorites. And I would love to have a physical version of that. And I think I would also love to have a version of Tetris 99. It's just the money, though. Like, money right now is really tight for me. Oh, top 10 again. Let's go. We've got almost 2 badges. We've only got 2 KOs. That's not great going into this final stretch. Oh no. Oh man, that was a bad drop. Okay, we can fix this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not... Please give me the... Oh, pop that there. Alright. Please. Top 3, only 2 KOs. Wow. Alright. Frisco, if you're still here, send me your power. I'm gonna need it real bad. Second place. Congratulations, Yoshi. We were close that time. Really close. I don't have a Splatoon-themed glass, but this time it's Yoshi. Let me go show that. Yoshi on this side, and Yoshi with Mario on the other side. Alright, next round. So later this afternoon, my wife and I are going to Ships Ahoy, which is the Stranger Things 3 ice cream shop that is prominently featured in the 3rd season of the show. There's an ice cream chain here in Canada that has converted this one particular location into a Ships Ahoy. I think that's the name of it. Like the sailor themed ice cream shop in Stranger Things 3. So we're gonna go visit that, grab some ice cream right after the stream. I'll take some pictures, I'll post it on the Instagram and on the Twitter as well. And let me know what you guys think. If you have watched Stranger Things Season 3, let me know what you think. I think it's probably a little too early to get into spoiler territory, but I can tell you how I feel. I think it's really good, and it might be my favorite season of the bunch. And I say that because I feel like this 3rd season is the most easily digestible. I think now that we have a bunch of characters are established and they've had the opportunity to kind of set the lore, it's a lot less about the trying to explain crazy sci-fi stuff. Although there is definitely sci-fi stuff going on, but I just feel it's a lot more straightforward of a story, and it's easier to follow, it moves a lot smoother, and I enjoyed it. It might be my favorite of the 3. I think... Yeah, I'd be tough to rank them. I don't think Season 2 is my favorite. I think that would be it. I don't know if it would be the 2nd or 3rd. Alright. Okay, can we get something? I don't want to be stacking this up to... Okay. And we can do T-spin setup here. Can we get a T block here soon? Nice. Yeah, T-spins are still a struggle for me in Tetris. I haven't figured out all the setups yet, though I'm trying to be a little more mindful when I play now of being able to recognize, oh, I can create one here. They're not impossible, but I will say I don't necessarily think you need it to win. I think it will help you win, but you can win without T-spins in Tetris 99. I don't think the competition is so insane that you can't win unless you have that top tier Tetris tech in the T-spin. Nah. If you stack it well enough, you don't need the T-spin. Most of the time. Na 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 na. That said, it doesn't hurt to push your skills and try and improve as best you can. So now that Tetris 99 has a single player mode and you can play against bots if you buy the DLC, you can definitely practice all that stuff if you're not comfortable trying that out against human opponents. And speaking of DLC, I think Nintendo's already confirmed that more DLC for Tetris 99 is on the way. In particular, local multiplayer. So I wonder if that's going to be 1v1 or actual 99 local players. I'm going to guess not that. My gut says it'll be 1v1 head-to-head. Or at most 4-player head-to-head. Though if they were to do 99 players, like, you can set up your own private lobby and have 99 players go. I think that opens the door just a touch to make this like a competitive esports game, and that would be amazing. I saw in other gaming news, the TurboGrafx 16 is coming back as a mini console. I think it was 24 TurboGrafx 16 games and 26 PC Engine games, which is like the CD add-on for the TurboGrafx in Japan. And I've told this story a couple times on stream, but my parents used to troll me back in the day. It was the year where I really wanted a Super Nintendo for my birthday. And my parents always said, "Oh, you want a TurboGrafx 16? We'll get you one of those. No problem." And they trolled me so hard about the TurboGrafx 16 that there was one particular day where I just snapped and I cried. I cried at the notion of getting a TurboGrafx 16 instead of a Super Nintendo. I don't actually know anyone in real life who owned a TurboGrafx. I don't know if you guys do. I've never seen one in real life. Though I'm curious about this mini console. Like, I'd be curious to try it out. I have played a couple TurboGrafx games on the Wii Virtual Console. I played Bomberman, and I think there was at least one other TurboGrafx game. Alright, almost top 10. Again, we're a little short on... KOs here. A lot of people attacking me for some reason. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not good. This is gonna go sideways real quick. Okay, can we cut this down just a little bit more? There. Nice. Alright. Top 5. Weather that storm pretty well. Now, can we close this out? Uh-oh. That's gonna hit right away. Nice! Alright, now we got 3 badges, which is good. Man, whoever is just making it rain junk blocks right now, they have a ton. I think they've got all 4 badges because they are just making it rain on me right now. And I don't think I have enough to weather this storm. Okay, hang on. Hang on, we're top 2. Can we just hold on? Oh, no! Ah, we're done. We're done. Damn it. Ah. That's unfortunate. Hey, moved up to level 61 for whatever that's worth. Alright. Yeah, we've got some other stuff we could talk about. Oh, hold on. Let me just check my messages here real quick. Okay. So, what do you guys think of the Nintendo 3DS Lite that got announced earlier this week? And there's been, I don't know, there's... Oh yeah, let's talk about the system first. So, it's an updated Nintendo Switch model. It's 20% smaller, 30% lighter. And it's a portable only system. They've reworked it. so that you can only play it on the go. Can't hook it up to a TV ever, ever, ever. The biggest selling point of the Switch to date has been, hey, hook this up to a TV or take it on the go. You can't do either. You can't do the hook it up to a TV with the Switch Lite. However, it is a smaller unit. It's a lighter unit. It's $100 US cheaper. And they've got some really cool colors for it. The Joy-Cons are built into it as well. Can't detach those. The Joy-Cons are a little smaller to fit the new form factor of the system. Battery life is a little better. And it's coming out in September. Oh, there's been like some weird backlash for it, and I don't understand why. Like, if you're not a fan of this Switch Lite, you can go get the regular Switch as well. I think the only thing I would say is that for the amount of stuff they took off, I feel like they could take a little bit more off the price. Like, just a bit. Though, like, $299 is a nice number. Like, if we're getting down to, like, hey, it's $287, like, that doesn't make any sense, and that's a weird number to sell it at. So, yeah, $299, I guess fine. Yeah, just in this particular case, like, you have options, and the other option of the Switch is right there. And I think for those looking for a portable-only version of the console, like, that's a great way to get into the Switch ecosystem for a cheaper price. Because, like, hey, $299 US is a lot, and oh man, that hurt real bad. Yeah, $299 US is a lot, and it hurts especially if you're buying a Switch knowing that you're not going to use... Oh, man, that was terrible. You're not going to use some of the core functionality of it. Like, you can take out a bunch of internals from that system and the cost of the dock and all that if you're not going to use it ever. Oh, I realize I've got some programs here that I shouldn't have. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, next game. I guess there's another thing to consider in light of the Switch Lite news. I think we can officially stick a fork in the Nintendo 3DS. I've been wondering when Nintendo was going to pull the plug on it. Nintendo still saying, like, oh, we're going to support the 3DS still. Probably because it's still a super cheap console for... cheap and fairly durable console for kids. Like, you can get one for, I think it's $80. Like, the cheapest model of the 3DS or 2DS is $100. And the Switch isn't going to hit that price point at this point in time. So I get it. For that particular audience that's just looking for a cheap gaming system, the 3DS is there, but as far as we know, Nintendo hasn't really announced any new games coming for the 3DS anytime soon, and we have the Switch Lite coming, which is going to get all the Switch support going forward. That, yeah, the 3DS is probably officially done, and I think for most people, that's fine. Because I don't know how many people are still actively gaming on the 3DS in hopes of getting more support and new releases. Because it hasn't been all that hot for a couple of years now. Like, in a post-Nintendo Switch world, like, Nintendo's put almost all of their eggs in the Switch basket, so I think it's okay to move on. I personally moved on years, even before the... Oh, geez, this is horrible. Wow. Horrific. Jesus, I'm so sorry by that. We just won like 2 games ago, and now we're finishing 70... Well, barf. Let's try and do a little better this time. Gotta get back up to number 1. So what was I saying? We were talking about the 3DS and how the 3DS is probably dead. I mean, for me, I've abandoned it a long time ago, but in light of the Switch Lite, that's probably it. And that's okay. What are some of your favorite games on the 3DS? For me, I was working on a post for my website, inthirdperson.com, kind of listing off some of my favorite 3DS games. And I think the big ones for me are the Fire Emblem series. So Fire Emblem Awakening, Fire Emblem Fates. I'm a huge fan of the Fire Emblem series. Though up until the 3DS, that franchise was very niche. Those games didn't sell particularly well. It had a very small audience. And that franchise really found its footing, I found, on the 3DS. Those games sold incredibly well on the 3DS. They found a really great balance of accessibility and depth that the other games hadn't. I still think... I've always felt like Fire Emblem games aren't the prettiest. In fact, I think a lot of those games are actually kind of ugly, especially when they went 3D. I think the 2D animated ones on the GBA are cool, but once they went 3D, like, but like just strictly gameplay wise, they're phenomenal. And Awakening and Fates are some of the best in the series. So I'm glad that the series really took off, and it just happened to be on the 3DS where that happened. So those are two. I also loved The Legend of Zelda. What's it called? Link Between Worlds. That's it. Link Between Worlds was fantastic on the 3DS. Just kind of going away from the idea of having to take on all the dungeons in a linear manner. Gave the game a different level of freedom that had been missing from the franchise for a long time. And also just a really made Zelda game. Even if it didn't have that aspect to it, I just felt like it had really great dungeons. And I liked the story, and I loved the wall mechanic as well. So that was one. I also liked Super Mario 3D Land. We got a couple of new Super Mario Bros. Games on the 3DS. I didn't really care for them. Or no, we only got new Super Mario Bros. 2. And yeah, that game I definitely didn't care for. But 3D Land was awesome. I found that it had this... It did a great job of finding a sort of middle ground between how a 2D Mario plays and how a 3D Mario plays. So you're in a 3D world, but you're still running to an endpoint, jumping on the flag at the end. And just with the way that the game uses its camera angles, and I think that's the main thing of having that more fixed camera, or more scripted camera, to give you more of a linear camera feel while still being a 3D game. It played really smoothly. I liked it for that a lot. 3D World was even better though, but that came out like later. Let's see. Okay, there we go. T-spin setup. Let's go. What were the other games? So that was 4. There's one more. Oh, Kid Icarus Uprising. That is... Man, I think I might be like the only person... I mean, that game... Last I saw, that game sold almost 2 million copies, so it did really well. But I don't feel like anybody talks about that game. It's so good. It's like a mix of Star Fox in a character action game. Like, you're moving along a preset sort of on-rail shooter, but you have melee attacks and tons of different features in a game for a game that probably wouldn't have that stuff normally. And they put a lot of love and care into that story, into the animations, into the graphics. I just wish it had dual analog control. Oh man, that game destroys your hands so bad with that grip. But phenomenal game nonetheless. And so those are kind of my 5 favorite 3DS games. Let me know what some of your favorites are when you get a chance. Bum, bum, bum. Get that T-spin going. Let's go here. Do that, and do this, and we're fine. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com, personal look at video games, board games, other nerdy pursuits. We are playing Splatoon 2 on the Nintendo Switch. We're not playing Splatoon 2. Oh my goodness, I head faked myself out so bad there. We're playing Tetris 99 on the Nintendo Switch with the Splatoon 2 theme. And yeah, we are almost top 10, so let's focus here. Try and get the top 10, and then we make a run at number 1. There we go. Can we get... I think the thing that's doomed us in those last few games is we just didn't have enough KOs going into the top 10. Hopefully... We got 2 badges now, though. Okay. So we are a little better off. Maybe at this point it's time to go after the person with the badges. So that if we can knock them out, we... This is the piece I've been looking for. There. Bank that eyepiece. Okay. Throw that there. I know now I'm not going to get any eyepieces for a while, but that's okay. Oh, nice. Now we're definitely not going to get any eyepieces for a while. So I'll just use this time to build this up. Man, such a good song. Alright. Drop it. Actually, yeah, we should be going after badges here. Alright, top 3. Can we cool off those junk blocks at least a little bit? Yeah, because it's starting to get bad here. Okay. Yeah, bring this stack down just a touch. Okay. Uh-oh. Bad piece. Bad piece. Okay. Not a bad workaround there. Not the best, but... Okay, we can work around that. Uh-oh. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Top 2! Yes! Alright, we got 2 W's today. 2 W's. Alright, 8 KOs there. Nice. While we're here, shoutouts to everybody hosting the stream today. So shoutouts to, reading this off the list, shoutouts to JSick06. Thank you so much. Jason, of course, at downstab.com. Check out his website. He posted something new recently about... Oh, man, I can't remember the game. I'm gonna have to look it up. But shoutouts to Jason, of course, part of the Boss Rush family. Speaking of Boss Rush, shoutouts to twitch.tv/xdoublejump. Shoutouts to Chris and Rachel over at Double Jump. They do fantastic streams. It's been a little bit. I hope to see them streaming again soon. I missed their... Chris did a Stardew Valley stream this week. I'm gonna have to go catch up on that. And shoutouts to Extra Life TO. Of course, the Toronto Guild of Extra Life. which I am a member of. I haven't volunteered in a bit, though. I probably should get back to that. Be a little more involved in that. Of course, if you look in the back, let me tilt my head over here. Just where the guitar head is, that is our Extra Life medal that we earned during last year's marathon, and I need to start thinking about this year's. I do have ambitions of doing another big 24-hour marathon, probably early November when the big Extra Life Day is. And it's going to be a similar setup. I'm going to want to have, like, friends and family here at the house. I'm going to have people call in and play games with us from different parts of the world. And it's going to be great. And we're going to try and raise more money for the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. All right, let's get back to it. Bump, bump, bump. Can we squeeze out at least one more W before we end the stream? What other stuff is going on life-wise? I saw like a bunch of movies 2 weeks ago. I think it was yesterday. There was like an animated movie in there somewhere too, right? I can't remember. Man, I can't believe... I know Lion King is coming out this upcoming week. And I'm glad I finally crossed Lion King off my bucket list of things to watch leading up to this new movie. And so I hope that's good. But yeah, Lion King, one of the stronger Disney movies. I know, one of the most highly regarded. People love that movie so much to this day. And it has a star-studded cast, so I hope they really nailed it. Oh, geez, that was a bad drop. Okay, we can fix that. What else is going on, like, life-wise? Fire Emblem coming out at the end of the month. Looking forward to that. I might... Oh, we got the all clear. Nice. I might be streaming Dr. Mario... We should talk about that game. Oh my goodness. I might be streaming Dr. Mario World this week. Later this week. I did an experiment about a week ago with Elgato screen capture. So it's software that allows you to wirelessly stream your phone onto your computer. And so part of it is being able to use it as like a webcam. You can use your phone as a webcam alternative, or you can use like vlog style, like, hey, come up with me to the kitchen while I go grab a glass of water. And you can go watch that as well. But you can also capture gameplay. And I was able to do a Dr. Mario World video. And so I think I'm going to do a stream this upcoming week playing Dr. Mario World. But in the meantime, it's Tetris 99. Got the Splatoon 2 skin going. And we got to defend our championship. We just won a game. Let's see if we can get another one. Go back to back. Looking a little suspect right now, though. I'm not liking how high this stack is going. Okay, there we go. We should be okay in this next little bit. How are you guys doing? Oh, man. That kind of sucks, having to burn the eyepiece on that. How are you guys doing this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world? I'm glad to have you here. Let me know how you're doing. What do you got going on this weekend? Yeah, so for my wife and I, we are going to this ice cream shop in town that's themed after the Stranger Things ice cream shop. So I'll make sure to take pictures. I'll post that on Instagram, on Twitter. You can find the links in the bottom left-hand corner of the stream layout. This is not good. This is not good. Okay. Can we? I don't know if I've got the pieces to work our way out of this. Okay, this is not the end of the world. Let's go. Cue the comeback. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, let's go. Nice. Man, that was looking real bad there. Okay. What a recovery. Yeah, and then later today, going to the in-laws' place. We're going to have dinner. I think tacos are on the menu this evening. I love tacos so much. I even love Taco Bell. This is... Although I kind of have sentimental reasons for liking Taco Bell as well. I know people are like, oh, Taco Bell, gross. I'll talk about Taco Bell in a second. Right after this game, I will do a little quick story time about Taco Bell. But yeah, can we get top... Like, we came back from such terrible circumstances that we got to close this out, right? Let's go get this W. Here we go. Hit that T-spin. Alright, can we hit that, get that KO? Alright. There we go. Almost top 5. Let's bring this home. Alright, put that over here. This off to the side. That also off to the side. And that's... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's bring this stack down because we are getting hit with a ton of debris right now. Someone just throwing crazy amounts of junk blocks. There we go. Ah, I didn't like that drop there. That T-spin. Oh, there we go. Okay, top 2. Can we get back-to-back W's on this? Okay. I need to control this stack a little better. Alright, hit him with the Tetris. Let's go. Ooh, T-spin. Oh, there we go. Back-to-back W's. Dude, we came back from such a bad spot. We were like on the brink of death there. Woo. Alright, so here's the story. Taco Bell. I mean, generally, I like Mexican food. I'm a fan of tacos, burritos, mole. Quesadillas. I don't know. I just like that mix of stuff. But my introduction to Mexican food really was Taco Bell. And I know people are like, oh, Taco Bell, so gross. But I was in elementary school. And like my dad was really into tacos as well. My mom hated tacos. My brother didn't want tacos as well. And so sometimes when we would be going to get food, like when we would go get takeout and stuff, my family would divide. My dad would go get tacos. My family would get other stuff. And one time my dad said, hey, do you want to try a taco? And I was like, okay, fine, I'll try this. And I loved it. And yeah, just the hard taco shell with the meat, the cheese, the lettuce, and the sauce. And I know, like, Taco Bell tacos are not at all, like, the most quality tacos, but I enjoyed it. And so, just within my family, that kind of became a thing with, like, my dad and I, bonding over eating tacos. We would buy, I called it the taco toolbox. Like, there was this box with the handle on it, and we would order, like, a dozen tacos and just split it between the two of us. And, yeah, that became kind of our thing, of just sitting together, eating tacos when we eat fast food. And I haven't had tacos with him in ages. But it's something I do cherish. And when I think about tacos, I think about the good times that I share with my dad. And that's probably the mushiest thing I've said about him on the internet. And it's about Taco Bell. And I know he's never heard that story. And I don't know if he ever will. But if he finds this clip, yeah, Dad, I enjoyed hanging out with you eating tacos. Among other things, too. My dad's a cool dude. I think the thing that I most get from my dad is getting very involved with my hobbies. I think that I have a lot of hobbies, for one. Two, I think I invest a little too much into them at times relative to, say, other priorities in life. And my dad is a huge music fan. He loves playing the guitar. He buys he has like a huge collection of guitars at this point. If you ever find him on Facebook, his Facebook feed is just filled of videos of him performing, and he's got his own little audience and community that likes watching his stuff. And so, in that particular sense, the apple does not fall far from the tree. But yeah, going back to Tetris 99, this is the Splatoon 2 theme, which is available this weekend as part of the 5th Maximus Cup. All you have to do is earn 100 points playing the game, and you can then unlock the skin. So make sure to do that this weekend. If you're playing it, it's on by default, but if you don't unlock it permanently, you will lose access to it. And Nintendo hasn't announced any sort of way of getting these skins if you missed it the first time. My gut says they'll announce some sort of way of getting these back if you missed them the first time around, but for now, if you want it, get it. Get it right this second. Unlock it this weekend. You've got till Monday, I think. So yeah, make sure to get that. What other things are happening? I'm trying to think. If you play Pokemon Go, I find it weird. Like, sometimes I've made posts about Pokemon Go and on my Instagram and on my Twitter, because Pokemon Go is a game I still play regularly. Actually, I could do like a Pokemon Go show and tell at some point once I get the mobile set up, fully up and running. Yeah, my Pokemon posts bomb. Like, no one cares to hear that from me. It's kind of unfortunate because I like talking about that game, but part of why I don't really post about Pokemon Go anymore on the Instagram, just doesn't seem like there's any interest from people to hear that type of stuff from me. So I just focus on other things, which is okay. But speaking of Pokemon Go, if you play Pokemon Go, Armored Mewtwo is now out in level 5 raids. So for the rest of the month, so make sure to grab an Armored Mewtwo as well, if you can. Oh, the other thing I meant to talk about before I went on a rant about tacos. Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario World is out now. It came out this week on iOS and Android. And, man, I am of two minds of that game. And we'll talk about it also again when I presumably stream it this week. I think the gameplay in Dr. Mario World is amazing. If you've played classic Dr. Mario, you understand the general concept of matching the colored pills with the viruses, and that's generally the same here, but they've changed a lot about how it actually plays. The pills now float up versus go down the well. Presumably it's a user experience thing because it's easier to control the phone from the bottom of the screen versus the top. That's a smart change. It's also a match 3 game now. So one of the defining features of the original Dr. Mario is that you had to match 4 pills. And they've toned that down for 3. So that partially because they can make the board smaller, or like the board will fit better on a mobile phone. But I think also from a gameplay perspective, 3 works a lot better than 4. You run into way fewer log jams in Dr. Mario World than in classic Dr. Mario, which I love. I think my big problem with old Dr. Mario is that it got to a point where you would place 1 block or 1 pill in a bad spot because you were trying to keep something else open, and then you spent the rest of the game just trying to dig yourself out of a hole that you've created with these pills. And it's not... I mean, I'm not going to say it's not fun, but you don't feel like this block stacking hero when it's just like, oh man, I put this block in the wrong spot and now I'm spending forever trying to dig it out. Versus, oh man, I can create all these cool combos by putting these pieces here, here, and here. And that feeling of stress and dread doesn't exist anymore. And not to say that there isn't stressful situations, because there absolutely is. But it's more about trying to solve this puzzle in X number of moves versus, oh man, I was forced to make a quote-unquote mistake and now I have to fix it. And so some of the big changes, it's a match 3 puzzle game, the pieces go upwards, and it's more of a puzzle mode game in that instead of blocks or pills falling forever, it's solve this puzzle in X number of turns. And so, yeah, it definitely becomes a game more about like efficiency and finding the efficiencies and how can I place these blocks or these pills to take out as many viruses as possible on every single drop. And it's really interesting from a gameplay perspective of trying to maximize your blocks, especially because the pill splitting mechanic is even more dramatic in the new Dr. Mario because, oh no, that is a... Okay, I fixed that. Woo! Because, you can drag pieces anywhere on the board as long as you're going upwards. Oh man, that might have killed me there. Uh-oh. Please no junk blocks, no junk blocks. I can fix this, I just need more time. Uh-oh. And that kind of made it worse. Yeah, you can drag your pieces anywhere on the board as long as there's empty space for it to fit, and as long as you're moving in an upward direction. So once you pass a certain point, you can't go back. But yeah, that creates this whole new world of opportunities for combos and creativity that the old game didn't have. And I really appreciate this new one for that. I think the issue people are going to have with it is... it's the microtransactions in the game. It's very aggressive in asking you for money. Maybe like no more aggressive than, say, Candy Crush. It's probably like in the same ballpark where you can buy power-ups before the start of a level to try and make it a little easier. When you finish a level, or like when a level ends and you didn't successfully complete it, you can buy power-ups that will help you complete that level instead of having to restart it. There's stamina meters for how long you can play the game at any given time. It's X number of levels. And you get a heart back when you beat a level. And so if you go on a winning streak, you can play for a pretty long stretch. But as soon as you start losing levels, you don't get those hearts back right away. And once you lose 5 hearts, then you have to stop playing for a while. And that part I don't like. It has multiplayer, which is a lot of fun. But I do have some concerns about that because you have loadouts of... you get different powers and abilities based on the doctor and the assistants that you have equipped. And you can actually level up the doctor. So I have right now a level 2 Wendy Okuba And I mostly play against people who are like level 1 whatever. So it's not necessarily going to be a fair fight. And so for the integrity of multiplayer, that might rub some people the wrong way as well. But man, I think the gameplay is so good in Dr. Mario World that it is just completely sucked up so much of my free time. And I'm trying to play it like every chance I get. Oh no. Okay, we'll do a couple more. And then we will wrap it up. But yeah, thank you to everybody that dropped by today. Whether you were in the chat or just lurking, I appreciate your company. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, maybe we'll do this as the last one, and then I can maybe actually eat breakfast and take care of some things before we go. Alright, one more W for the stream, for the people. That was a bad setup for a T-spin. We're just gonna erase that. I did not gauge my pieces far back enough. Again, if you're just tuning in, Jet from inthirdperson.com, person look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits, and we're playing Tetris 99 with the Splatoon 2 theme on, and I think we're about to lose like super quick, which is awful. As I said, this was the last game, but if I lose this early, it can't be the last game, right? Okay, we can fix this. We can fix this. Let's go. Alright. There we go. Alright, we're laughing. We're laughing. Boom. So yeah, if you're playing Tetris 99, have you gotten enough points to unlock the skin yet? Let me know. If you're playing Tetris 99 as well. How you doing today? You winning a lot? Losing a lot? Setting new records with your placings? There we go. I need the eyepiece so that we can create that T-spin. There we go. Get that T-spin double going. Da, 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 na, 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 na. Yeah, playing this, I enjoy the skin. I like the music. I don't think this is going to be my permanent skin. I think I still really like the default one. The Game Boy one's cool too. But just in terms of like legibility and... I just feel like the one that feels the most natural to me is the default skin. And maybe it's just because it's the one I've been playing the most. Like if I had started with this, maybe I would be more comfortable with this. Ah, here's a question for you guys. What other, like now that Nintendo has opened the doors for these skins to not just be Tetris themed, right? They started with the Game Boy one, so maybe they draw from the Tetris universe. What are they going to do next? Splatoon 2 is an interesting one. I wonder if they did it to coincide with the final Splatfest. Yeah, what was I going to say with that? Yeah, because Splatoon 2's final Splatfest recently happened. Not getting any more of those, though you can still play the game online, of course. And yeah, Splatoon is That game's a lot of fun. I think it lends itself to create a great skin just because of the aesthetics around this game are so cool and interesting. What would you want to see? You want to see a Zelda skin, Mario skin, maybe some... I'd like to see some sort of nod to Tetris DS in here, which was mostly Super Mario themed anyway. I don't know, pretty much like name a Nintendo franchise, and I guess they would be eligible for a Tetris 99 skin. So what would you want to see? And I don't know if I'd do myself to by getting that T-spin. Boom. Another one bites. What? We got 11 KOs? Really? I haven't really been paying attention to that. Wow. Okay. Bum, bum. Let's close this off here. 12 KOs. Wow. I think my record is 17 in a match. It was like on the launch day I got that many. And I don't think I've gotten as many since. Okay, we can clean this up. There we go. But yeah, someone's attacking me really hard right now. And I will attack them right back. Because I do not appreciate being targeted like that. Alright. Throw that T-spin set up there. Alright, can we end the stream on a high? Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about Splatoon before we go. Because it's probably going to be a while before I stream Splatoon again. I don't know. I have not streamed Splatoon since I started seriously on Twitch. I know it's one I used to stream on like Facebook Live when I was streaming on there. Pro tip, don't stream on Facebook Live. That platform is not good. Ah, damn it. Well, 675. Okay. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, before we go, let's talk about Splatoon. And I hope these show up well on camera. I've noticed with my new light setup that game cases get eaten up really bad. And so we've got here the original Splatoon. And okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, the original Splatoon. It came out on the Wii U. And I remember at the time, people were really confused by it. Like, oh, this is Nintendo's new thing. It's these kids. It's a shooter. Nintendo doesn't really make shooters. It doesn't even look like it's about shooting other people. Like, what? You're covering the ground in paint? Like, what? A lot of questions people had about this particular game. And when it came out, there was a demo, an online demo. It was one of the first ones Nintendo did. And playing that game, and I was like, whoa, wait, what? This is really good. Nintendo, man, just the Nintendo ingenuity of being able to find a way to create a compelling team-based shooter where the goal isn't to shoot other people was really smart. And it created a new opportunity for people who weren't necessarily shooter players to be positive contributors in a shooting game. You can just pick the roller and just run. Like, hold down the trigger and run. And you can still help your team. You don't have to confront anybody while you're on the battlefield. Just run, go find a place that people aren't really populating, run and paint the ground, and you are helping your team win, even if you are not a sharpshooter. And, I mean, there were some weird UX choices that were made in the game, and I also like the single player as well. But Splatoon on the Wii U, one of the big successes to come out of the Wii U, and one of the big original Nintendo franchises to come out of the Wii U. So when people say like, oh, Nintendo hasn't made anything new recently, Splatoon was a massive hit. And then of course Splatoon 2, which I think pretty much improved on, oh man, the case is being eaten up really bad by the lights there. But Splatoon 2 is one of the best games you can get on the Nintendo Switch. Great online play. Pretty much improves on the original Splatoon in every way. And I played through the single player, really enjoyed that. Played a little bit of multiplayer. I didn't play as much multiplayer in 2 as I did with 1. And I think it's just because I played so much 1. Oh, I'm holding that upside down. I played so much 1 that by the time I got to 2, I was like, okay, I know what this is. I don't need to do more of it at this point in time. But they're both fantastic games. And some of the best new stuff that Nintendo's put out, the Splatoon series. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, definitely do so. I know that the Splatfest support for Splatoon 2 has just ended, but you can still play the game online. It's still fantastic. And even if you have not played a shooter and you are a fan of Nintendo games, or you're generally not a fan of shooters, I would say still, like, if you get a chance, give Splatoon a shot, because it's a great shooter for people who aren't good at or enjoy shooters. That's going to do it for Tetris 99 Splatoon 2 theme and all. Thank you so much to everyone that dropped by. Thank you, Awesome the Cool. Oh, thank you, Awesome the Cool. Thank you, Frisco. Thank you to everybody else that popped in and were lurking on the stream. I will be back later this week. I'm aiming to get Dr. Mario World on stream this week. So fingers crossed that I'm able to make that work. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at inthirdpersondltcom, and on Twitter at inthirdperson. I will post when I go live. I post the schedule every Monday morning of scheduled dates and times when I'm going to go live, and the goal right now is Wednesday, 8 o'clock, Dr. Mario World. TBD, but that's in my head what I'm trying to go for. Alright guys, I'm getting out of here. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com, and we out. Bye.